Right, we've got to get straight into it. Some big things to talk about today. Chelsea, wow. Graham Potter, is he out of his depth? Potter's lost his magic. Let's go to Monty, who's a Chelsea fan, right, Monty? Monty? Monty?
He's that
Hello?
angry he doesn't
Hello?
talk.
Hello.
You right, mate?
Hi, guys. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Gabby.
Yeah. Look, talk me through the Chelsea today. Graham Potter, I mean, that's a shocking result. One you couldn't afford to lose.
No, yeah, definitely. So I've been to the game today, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm thinking, what have we spent all this money on, firstly? And I'm looking at it, and Graham Potter has absolutely no clue what he's doing. I think he's got to go. I'm definitely a man for time, but I think he's got to go and bring in Jose Mourinho.
You can't, Jose Mourinho?
I think if you look at his past records, right, he came to the Chelsea squad in the second time, and he built a great team. And he can do it again. He can do it again.
He's not building a great team. He's got to come in and get results. You've already got a great team.
Yeah, but let's write this season off. We're going to write it off. We're in nothing. We're not going to get top four. We've got to rebuild now.
But
I don't think Potter's the man for that.
I agree with you in a way that a new manager coming in has got a chance now for 3 months to work with these players, hasn't he? Because they're not getting anything out of Potter at the moment. Watching them play, they look clueless.
Well, I was watching today, and it's like there's no directness. There's no striker. I mean, I would have preferred to have just got in Andy Carroll and put him up top. There's no one giving anything.
I know, but you look at Man City, Monty, a couple of seasons ago. They were playing without a striker, basically, won the league. You know, you can't just blame it on the fact that you haven't got a striker. You know, other players have got to step up. You've got top players now in that team. Good team. Other players have got to step up and score goals. But it just looks to me like it's all so pragmatic, so boring to watch.
Oh, yeah, no, honestly, there's nothing. Southampton, I think they were the better side today. I mean, if you look at that Sterling chance, you've got to put that away. You've got to put these chances away. And I think I watched João Felix, didn't step up. Mudryk came on, he was boring. He tried, but there's just not that end product. There's nothing there.
Yeah, I said this before when Potter come in and I was watching Chelsea first few games. I said they look soft. And that's exactly what they are, soft, Gabs. They're not ruthless in the box. They're not ruthless in the other end of the pitch.
And I'm not having the striker debate because Manchester City, like you say, has played the whole season with a false nine. Players like Mount, who wants crazy money, start scoring goals. Mudryk, you've been signed. Start scoring goals. Other players, midfielders, can you chip in with goals? You know, you can't just be looking at like, oh, we haven't got a striker. Okay, we don't score any goals. Not acceptable against bottom of the table. Everyone scores against Southampton. You know, and Chelsea today at home, their fans must be losing their minds.
Yeah, that was absolutely shocking. I thought Southampton were very good value today. So Southampton fans, you want to get involved and have your say on your team's performance. We want to hear from you. Let's go to Phil, who's a Chelsea fan. All right, Phil?
Good evening, Phil.
Good evening, lads. Good evening, lads. Good evening. How are you? All right?
Yeah, we're good, Phil. Better than you, I would say, right now, with Graham Potter in charge.
Do you know what? A lot of people don't believe me that. I was sitting next to my mate earlier. I said, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we dropped points against Southampton. He said, nah, you're joking. There you are. Told you.
What's the problem?
The problem is like gentleman on the panel just said a minute ago. It's not a striker problem because look at City.
Yeah,
a couple of other teams. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. We've got a striker that's on that pitch. He's a young kid. He done well in the first half. They substituted for Fana. I think he looks a handful. He looks a little bit like Drogba. But, I mean, they spend all that money, and I don't think Potter knows he's real. All right, he's in a bit of a difficult situation. I'm trying to defend him, but he's got so much talent, so much money. He doesn't know his best side. You've got players, do you know what? If you don't get rid of Potter now, if they lose at home to Dortmund, which it wouldn't surprise me they will, if they don't get rid of him then, I don't know what to say. Because if Ivanovic was in charge, he'd have been gone a long time ago.
Look, Phil, we've had this debate. I've had it loads with Cundy, and he's on the turn as well, I think, a little bit with Potter and that going on. But Gabs, when you've brought in so many good players, you know, you've been in teams where new players come in, it does take time. But you still find a way to get results, don't you? When you're top players, you still figure it out.
Yeah, you do. And I just think that they've spent money in positions where they needed to spend money, and I accept that. But it's gelling, and it's taking time to gel. But I mean, they played well, you know, during midweek against Oldman. We were a better team.
But Phil, I think the problem is, Phil, with an owner that's pumped so much money into this squad of players, I agree. You know, they need time to gel, but you can't have one win in 10 games, 5 defeats, scored 4 goals. That is a problem with the manager who's not getting anything out of these players. So then does the managers, the owner, start to think, all right then, is there other managers can go and get Pochettino? Is there other managers that can come in, work with these players till the end of the season, and then we're flying at the start of the season?
So who is it we bring in then? Who's the names around? Because, like, you know, we're talking, are we going to get on knees and bending knees and say, OK, Mr. Tuchel, we made a mistake. Can we have you back?
Would you have him back?
Are we going to say, I would have him back, yes, because, I mean, if they're going to give Potter time, then why don't they give Tuchel time?
Yeah, I just don't think Todd Bowley's going to do that, coming in as a new owner, sacking a manager and then bringing him back. I just don't think it looks good. Phil, thanks for your call.